Hello, this is Samara, your feminist alchemist. Welcome to your reading, Capricorn North Node, your 3-month forecast. I'm recording this around the winter solstice, so December 21st, 2022, and it will go from 3 months from that date, so into March. My apologies for getting to your sign late. Yeah, it's been a busy December. I still have one foot in my other career, so I have to balance my spiritual path and my other path. Anyway, these are general readings, so not all of the messages will apply to you. Just take what resonates and leave the rest for whoever else in your Capricorn North Node collective needs to hear that message at this time. If you are feeling this reading, you can give it a like, a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so that I can connect to your energy better, and it also signals to the universe that you are open to receiving messages through this channel. And you can click the bell to be notified when I upload. I do only do readings for the North Node. This is not for any other placement, so if you're not sure what your North Node sign is, please go to the description box and click the link, which will send you to my website where there is a chart that you can consult to find out your North Node sign. You could also run your birth chart if you're interested in the full picture. If this is your first time at my channel, we are using a spread that was given to me by my guides specifically for the North Node. We start with the big overarching energies in your life, which we being me and my guides, refer to as the universal energies. And then the 5D energies will be from your higher self, your future self, areas of your life and areas of vibration that they would like you to focus in on in order for your next phase of growth. Then we have your 3D in the center, which will show what's going on in your physical reality that is coming up as opportunities for growth and expansion. We will ask how to bridge the 3D and the 5D. And then I will do this time the portal of the heart. So I choose like 4 cards. Sometimes I look at karma, past lives, multidimensionality. In this case, I'm looking at portal of the heart. So what needs to come through your heart space? What is aching to be said by your heart? And then 2 final oracle cards. Yes, and all of that will be timestamped so that if you don't finish this reading in one sitting, you can come back and easily consult. And also, since this is a 3-month reading, you can come back at any time and look at the chapter that you are most wanting to review. What else? Last announcement before we get into the reading. I am doing a limited number of personal readings for 2023. There is a discount code in my... Oops. Okay, there we go. The light shorted out for a second. There's a discount code in the description box and a link to the page where you can book for your personal 2023 forecast, which I do one-on-one via Zoom. Okay, and without further ado, I'm going to shuffle for your universal energies, Capricorn North Node. Take flight. That's the first card that Cancer North Node got as well. And remember that the polarities are Cancer North Node and Capricorn South Node and vice versa. Simplicity. Actually, this here, which is also where Cancer North Node got it. Worthy, simplicity, which is fun because I did Cancer like 2 days ago, so it's not like I'm doing this one after the other. So these type of synchronicities happen. I think this one. This one. Mediumship. Okay. Capricorn North Node. So first and foremost, you have Take Flight, which has this butterfly and the pink and the gold. In the next 3 months, you have the opportunity to change your reality, change your life dramatically, should you desire. And they're telling me, it's like, I'm saying should you desire because, I don't want to rule out that you're already happy. However, they are saying, like, the state of the world in itself, there is no one out there who doesn't have something that they want to change or improve or be more effective at or in. There are very few of us who are living our soul's truth, like in our authentic self, and doing all that we are meant to and are capable of doing. So what tends to block us from those big dreams is believing that we are worthy. Of the big love, of the big career, of the financial abundance. And I feel, Capricorn North Node, that there is the balance of emotion or intuition and intellect in your life has been difficult to achieve. And the Simplicity card here is saying to me that you'll have the opportunity in the next 3 months to really simplify your life and to focus in on the things that give you the most fulfillment. It will become much more clear. And mediumship, this is very clear for some of you. You are increasing in psychic ability. Whether or not you actually use that as, being a medium, being a spiritual practitioner, having a spiritually based business or an esoteric business, that's not for all of you. On the bottom of the deck, because I did peek at it and then wasn't going to show it, but I will. Oh no, it wasn't the bottom of the deck. It was different. It's the top of the deck. There was also Starseed. And I feel that some of you are discovering that you have way more beyond this earthly realm. And you may not know how that knowledge fits into your life because it's very new for you. I've been there a few years back. But we're all awakening to different truths at different times. So some of you are awakening to the fact that you have very specific psychic, intuitive gifts. Is there another way to interpret this card here? Oh yes, so I was saying it's not necessarily a spiritual career. It may be an artistic one. It may also be an inventive one, like engineering, mathematics. It could also be political. The point is that I feel that Many of you in this Capricorn collective, Capricorn North Node collective, are carrying on the work of someone who's passed on. And this doesn't have to be a relative. But it is someone who had a human incarnation. And I'm hearing Einstein, for example. So some of you are really going to make some leaps and bounds technology-wise. All right, I'm on to your 5D. The first card you got is Compassion. And then we have Curiosity, Forgiveness. I used to get really upset when I got the Forgiveness card. I was like, damn you, Forgiveness. Damn you. But anyway, I'm sorry, I don't know why I felt to tell that story. But anyway, getting back on track to your 5D cards. 7th chakra. All stories that are told are part of what messages the guides want me to give you. So take back my apology. 5th chakra. So 7th chakra is your crown. 5th chakra is your throat. Oh my goodness, that's so perfect for mediumship. Expressing. Anyway, let me get the last card. And then romantic love. I felt romantic love coming through in the worthiness corner. I always say these things after the fact, and I wanted to take another one because it just felt right. 24. Grace. So this is, if you see numbers repeating, it's because this is 2 decks blended together. So I'm going to go this way. Compassion. Your future self, higher self, wants you to have more compassion for yourself. I'm not even feeling this about other people. This is very much about you. If there are ways of being, situations, things that you're not proud of, they literally just said to me, who cares? They're like, you're fine, you tried that out, it didn't get you what you wanted. And more times, we may not be as ashamed of our actions as it is that people make us feel that we should be ashamed, and then we have to get defensive, but it still eats away at the self-worth. Or in at least what we feel that we deserve, what we can get from others. We may always feel that we deserve more from others, but we also understand the limitations of people who are not very open-minded and who pigeonhole. So this is the point. You tried something out. It didn't necessarily work for you. You're completely free and clear to try something else. Like this is what you came to the universe, to the earth to do. Try shit out. See if it works. If it doesn't work, try something else. Right? And excuse my, is that even considered a swear word anymore? I don't know. But I try not to use any curse words on this channel. Let me get to curiosity. I feel we'll be back at compassion when we come back around to romantic love. The frequency of curiosity supports our intrinsic inquisitive nature, which is the necessary driving force behind any growth and evolution. I felt to read that one because if we have no more curiosity about who we are, then there's no growth to be had, really. We need to, or you are being encouraged, Capricorn North Node, to be curious about what else you are capable of, what other talents and gifts you have, your emotional landscape, what some of the things you have been through in life and experienced in life, what opportunities have that afforded you, what has that also prevented you from doing. We sometimes have dreams that don't work out because we weren't equipped to deal with the consequences of the dream, like the parts of it that we can't see. So they're showing me, for example, if you were talented, like you always wanted to be in music, you always wanted to sing, but you were too shy or your career didn't take off. They're saying that this doesn't mean that you shouldn't sing, but maybe your ability to deal with the music industry at 21 is very different than your ability to deal with the music industry at 41, because you have a different sense of self. And also the nature of the music industry has also been evolving in that time. So understanding yourself also helps you understand why certain things, situations in your life happened the way they happened. And you could also look at how that helped you develop into who you are now. Because your higher self wants you to know that you have learned a lot and have a lot still to give, to grow, to experience. A lot of success and achievement is still out there. So forgiveness, forgive anyone that has been in your way up to now, and forgive yourself for being in your way at the times that you feel that you did not completely give your 100%, or you feel that you made the wrong moves, whatever it is, right? We're at a blank slate at the moment, but not so blank that you forget the lessons along the way. Some of you have some people who have passed on to forgive. Someone, a parental figure or an elder who was unloving, strict, judgmental. I feel like this was someone that you were scared of as a child, or you were scared of disappointing. And this is likely a relationship where you expected to feel safe and unconditionally loved. That's for those of you who do have an elder who's passed on to forgive. I'm seeing some very specific ones. I'm not going to describe them, but if you heard that and it resonated with you, you likely know exactly who it is. You just want me to read the card. The energy of forgiveness strengthens our capacity to let go of unwanted feelings and emotions. So they want you to know that it does perpetuate within your vibration when you are not able to forgive and you draw those situations to you again. And we know you don't want that. It's time to move forward. The 7th chakra and the 5th chakra I'm going to read together. You have the crown chakra being connected to the divine, having however you interpret that. So it could be religious, it could be just yourself, it could be paganism, it could be nature. I'm going to leave that completely open. Higher than yourself, higher dimensional than yourself. The unseen forces, the unseen hand. And the 5th chakra is bringing that divinity expressing that into the world. So for some of you, once again, this is very clear mediumship. This can be artistic expression. This can be, this could also be political. They wanted me to say that. Your ideals for how society, how we should be treating each other. For someone out there advocating for children and the school system. Yes, advocating for children in the school system and changes in learning. In any sense, I'm going to, they're helping me put it into a kind of more general summary. You have divinely inspired ideas or values that your soul understands as, you've experienced them before. You know that society can work in that way. Some people may see it as idealistic, and this may be one of the reasons, fears that you have of expressing that, but you have divinely inspired ideas and values that need to be expressed in one way or another, and it could be in any realm of human existence. Then we have romantic love and grace. So some of you out there have had a real roller coaster ride with romantic love. And for some of you, it was all fun and games at first, but now it ain't. Why? I have a feeling you're thinking more about your future and what you want it to look like. And that includes what person you want to spend it with. Now, this can be true for you whether or not you are in a relationship at the moment. Because even the relationships that we are in, whether they're long-term marriages, long-term commitments, they at best should be evolving, right? They don't want me to say at best. Like, they should be evolving relationships, right? You should be evolving together. And part of that is also accepting, the ebb and flows of the relationship, and also accepting that people change. I'm going to read the grace card. The frequency of grace supports our smooth adaptation and anticipation of life's currents and changes as we evolve toward a higher version of ourselves on this earthly plane, bridging the divine with the human essence. And then romantic love says the frequency of romantic love supports our experience to know ourselves through the reflection of a conscious lover. So you've learned a lot about yourself through romantic love. Your soul may have very well signed up for those type of lessons specifically in order for you. Sorry, my chair is squeaking and I'm just kind of making a little adjustment here. So you signed up for those lessons. For that reason, it's necessary for you to be compassionate to yourself and the people you are in relationships with. And also your higher self is asking you not to fight with yourself, judge yourself about any of your romantic past. If there was any, sullying of your reputation, someone talking behind your back or very, very much or even aggressive, like in your face, because you disappointed them in a relationship or you ended a relationship. I'm getting a strong verbal abuse, either during or after the fact. This has nothing to do with you, right? This is more about the other person than you. So the guides want you to know that. I'm going to move on to the 3D, and we'll get more information about how romantic love is coming, or is affecting your next stage of growth. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, this way, the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. All right, so we'll start with the Six of Pentacles. So this is what's happening in your physical reality over the next 3 months that is showing up as opportunities for growth and expansion. Six of Pentacles, I see in the next 3 months, there will be many themes around give and take. How much do you give? How much do you get in return? I feel, Capricorn North Node, that people tend to take you as more aloof than you actually are. I feel they may not realize how open your heart is, and you're going to have many opportunities, or have it revealed to you how many people actually take your giving for granted. This could also be the other side of the coin. It may be revealed to you how many open hearts you take for granted. They want me to move on from there already. So, with the Seven of Swords, oh boy. Sorry. I see you experiencing first of all, I feel a pattern being revealed, a romantic pattern. And this pattern always leaves you kind of missing the point. Let me hold this up again. This pattern can be within a relationship or single, as I said. And even if you're not looking, there is, like, this one sword is appearing to me as the one thing, like, see how she's shielding her eye as well. It's like the one thing that is there that you are ignoring, that you're not willing to see. I feel an unconscious pattern being revealed in your romantic relationships. This is going to come out, some advice will come out with the next round of cards, but I feel that you can do yourself a favor by looking into your past relationships, like helping the research process. So if you don't want to be caught off guard in the next 3 months over and over again, then you can also look to your past relationships and see if you can help identify the pattern. they feel for me to give some examples. If you rush into relationships, if you're always the first to fall in love, if you become quickly codependent, if you are never single, if in your relationship you misinterpret people's affections, for example, if you're defensive in relationships. So if you're in a partnership, is there a belief or a way of being that you cling to that makes it difficult for your relationship to grow from that point? Unconscious pattern being revealed with the Seven of Swords, because corner is all about evolution in your relationships, and the place where you have the power to evolve is in yourself. The King of Pentacles in reverse. I feel the way that you primarily make your money is going to be questioned within yourself, and may become unstable because you likely need to make adjustments in that category. You may feel your knee-jerk reaction will be to hang on to whatever wealth or source of wealth that you have with both hands. This is understandable if you have a family to care for, and all of us have bills of some sort, and that could also, make us not want to think about what is going to happen if we, leave job A or leave career A, and there's 2 or 3 months where we're not making as much. It could be even 6 months, right? I don't want to make predictions in that way, but King of Pentacles in reverse is holding on stubbornly to something that is not necessarily working for you. And or it just coming to the surface that the way that you accumulate your wealth is not fulfilling to you, at least not in the ways that it could be. Once again, I'm not saying you're out there not happy at the moment, or content, I should say content, but you could be more fulfilled, more expansive. And as you expand as a soul being in a human body, that your world around you needs to expand as well, which means that these changes are necessary and predestined as well. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, especially near this forgiveness card, I feel that an extension of the King of Pentacles, you are going to be finding yourself taking the time to assess where you're at in life. Assess your money situation, the people you work with. Are your talents really being appreciated and valued? Are people using your talents and you're not getting what you deserve in return? Capricorn, North Node. This is one thing to understand about North Node placements. It's kind of an elusive energy because it's something that your soul wants to experience, is trying to experience, and is driven to experience, but it's outside of your comfort zone. But what is in our comfort zone does not serve us or doesn't fulfill us completely. It can serve the evolution. It can serve a purpose in the evolution, but it's not where we are to rest. And if you are Capricorn North Node and Cancer South Node, then a strong sense of family, community, children, friendships. Like there's more security in relying on, let's say, your connections, your network, your friends, your family. And you may quickly also feel a connection to people. But I'm hearing that some of these people you connect yourself to are like they don't feel the same way about you. So you're giving yourself, you're treating people like family, and it's a business arrangement for them. And this is one lesson for the Capricorn North Node, because Capricorn is a steadfast, strategic leader, grounded leadership type of sign. Which also means sometimes your emotions are not involved. It can be very practical, right? And I feel that in the next 3 months, you will be looking at how some of your relationships have stifled your ability to accumulate wealth, to manifest wealth, and not just, I do feel a strong focus on your money in the next 3 months, but because you also crave abundant relationships, like rich relationships, are also what you're going to be contemplating. I feel you're going to be looking at where people have been stingy with you, where you're not stingy with them. And that's also where this forgiveness has to come up. And the balance of give and take, right? What are you giving that you're not getting in return? And I feel that this is also, that may be your blind spot in the Seven of Swords. Not for all of you, but for some of you, this imbalance in give and take is part of your blind spot. You could get agitated by the fact that there's an imbalance in the give and take, and throat chakra don't speak that agitation, and therefore your agitation comes out in other ways, like being impatient or judgmental of your partner or partners. That's one interpretation. Take it as it resonates. But next 3 months, we see balance of give and take and blind spots in your relationships coming up for review. I'm going to do let's see how we can bridge the 3D and the 5D. We have the Two of Cups. A Six of Cups. A Justice, which is number 11. Thank you. And number 4, the Emperor. Thank you very much. So, with the Two of Cups, I'm feeling that, first and foremost, self-care is very important for you in the next 3 months. And it may be uncomfortable for you to focus on yourself, but you need to focus on yourself. Truly giving yourself everything that you claim to want in a relationship. Give that all to yourself. Make yourself breakfast in bed. Massage yourself, or take yourself to massage. Take yourself out shopping. Look in the mirror and tell yourself nice things. When you put on your perfume or cologne, smell yourself and say, "Ooh, you smell nice." I know it sounds kind of foolish, but the thing is, this is where the curiosity, the energy of curiosity comes in again, and compassion. Some of you are asking for things, you're not asking enough out of your relationships. So when you're the one who's caring for yourself and you know what makes you feel good, then it's easy for you to tell a partner that, like, this is what makes me feel supported, loved and supported, right? And this is what I don't like. So and I feel you may have to pull back in some of your relationships. With the throat chakra down here, I feel you will have the opportunity, you will be encouraged to voice if you're not already voicing. And some of you voice your opinion, but you don't speak from your heart. That's something that came up. With the 6 of Cups, yeah, you're moving on. You see this boat moving into the water. I feel it's your time in the next 3 months to forgive and let go and just move on. I know that sounds like, simple, but you do have the card simplicity here. Some of you need to be just... Remember I mentioned the balance between intuition and intellect. You may sense that some of these people in your life did have a higher purpose. You were karmically tied to them. You did have soul ties, But they are not there, right? And if they are unable to see you and give you the same regard, then you need to turn off the intuition and turn on the intellect and say, I'm making a hard cut from this person or from this situation. And you can do that in a way that is not harsh or doesn't create any negative karma. So you don't have to curse anyone out. I mean, not that it's invalid to curse someone out when necessary, but when you're doing that from a place of I'm doing this because I know that I can do better. I can do better. I can get a better job. I can get a better business relationship. I can get better friends. Like, when you do it from that place, the future is completely open to you because you've just signaled to yourself and the universe that this is not what I want. I know I helped create it, but I don't want it, and I'm done. And I'm taking my lessons and I'm moving on. So there is a time to be very simple about things. If it doesn't work, then try something else. And don't let people come back in and try to convince you. Now that we're at the King of Pentacles, I'm still feeling that energy. If you have been in a job for a long period of time and you've been undervalued, underpaid, overworked, blah, 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 people stealing your ideas, your talents going unrecognized, if the moment that you decide to leave, they start making all these promises, you have to run that through both your intuition and your intellect. Is that really going to happen? Because, on one hand, yes, voicing your truth, like speaking truthfully, is going to, excuse me, for some of you, it will tilt the scales, and this King of Pentacles, like the career situation will change. And that could be at the very company or in the situation that you're in. But for a lot of you, this is a new opportunity coming your way because you said, I'm not putting up with less than what I'm worthy and capable of creating. I bring my attention back to the mediumship card. Yeah, just this corner here with the mediumship and looking at how people have, let's say, blocked your path, blocked your abundance. For some of you, once again, this is a parental figure, this is an elder, this is someone who has passed on, who is in the ancestral realm, and you need to forgive them for yourself. And some of them are actually working with you to clear what it is that they kind of left you with, left you to deal with. Some of them, that's part of their mission now as an elder, as an ancestor, is to heal, help you heal from what they inflicted on you, because what they inflicted on you was inflicted on them. Okay, now we're back on this side. So, I'm getting that there's the balance between the crown chakra and the throat chakra. Say things out loud. I'm getting the impression that a lot of things are said in your head. You may have a lot of conversations after the fact, or things that you wish you said. Yes. I'm going to go to the Emperor. And the Emperor we have I'm feeling here some of you need to get out from under a domineering relationship and a domineering romantic relationship. Now that person can be male, female, or gender neutral, right? But it's a domineering tyrant type of energy. That's one interpretation of this card. The other interpretation of this card is that you need to be very clear about what it is you want to establish. Because I feel that this sword that is not seen, this unspoken truth, is what is the game changer in your relationships, especially in the romantic relationships you pursue. This could be something you're hiding from yourself because you feel that it will make you unlovable, or it's just outside of the status quo. Now, they're giving me one example. This will not apply to everybody. If you have certain sexual preferences that you're not necessarily comfortable sharing with your partner, or that sexual preference has been, let's say, labeled as quote-unquote freaky and has not really made it into love relationships, that's also, that does not apply to everybody. That's just one example that came forward. What else with the Emperor? Yeah, the Emperor is also saying that stuff doesn't have to be that complicated. You know, people treat you as you're with respect, or they don't. Like, you don't need to make up a bunch of reasons as to why they are not capable of it. If the point is that they're not capable, whether or not you understand the undercurrents of why is, like, if you understand it, great, write a book about it, but leave the person. You know what I'm saying? Write a blog, teach other people about the ins and outs of relationships and the warning signs and stuff, but you don't have to stick around through someone else's inability to evolve. And you also don't have to be, you know, there being their cheerleader for their evolution if they're not going to actively participate, and if in the meantime they're going to be poo-pooing on you. That may also be an unspoken truth that's coming out if you are there may be a reason why you're allowing people to treat you not as well as you deserve to be treated. That needs to be looked at with compassion as well. I'm going to the portal of the heart now. Pachamama. So this is, you know, our hearts want to open at this time of year. And this is just kind of a commentary on what needs to open, what needs to be expressed and investigated. The Witness, the Rattle, and Luminous Warrior, but it came in the reverse here. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Sun. Okay, so with Pachamama, your heart is longing for you to know yourself better, to be curious about your true nature, your authentic nature. There's parts of you that are not being expressed, that are not being embraced, and that you may have just well forgotten about. The Witness is calling for you to look at your life from a higher perspective and also be aware of all the different facets of yourself. Like this I, for me, is a very strong intuition, witnessing your thoughts. It's time to also embrace your gifts as not just some random visions and voices, but as actual divine guidance, and actually a part of who you are and a part of what you have to offer. And I feel that this may also be part of what's missing in your relationships, is this ability to be different, a divine being within a relationship. You may have people who ignore your depth because they're not capable of seeing depth. So there's a need, your heart needs you to disconnect from other people's opinions of you and like step back and look at the bigger picture. And look at yourself as, a character in a movie, and the other people are characters in the movie as well, and kind of see things with more detachment. And I feel this with the rattle as well. There's a need for emotional detachment from your life circumstances. There's a much more simple reason for why things developed the way they did. And you seeing this pattern is important to your growth in the next 3 months. And being able to see this pattern is dependent on your work of emotionally detaching and detaching your sense of identity from these circumstances that have happened. Part of it has latched itself onto you as you thinking that is you, but really it's the way that people have reacted to you because of something in your vibration, likely from this corner of something that was passed on generationally. Luminous warrior in the reverse. I'm hearing like shadow boxing. So I feel that you actually don't need to fight anymore, and there are people and things that you are fighting that are not the true enemy, for lack of a better word. It's not who you need to be fighting. What needs to be fought or made peace with, I find that this warrior is more like not battling, and in the reverse, he's not battling as much as he's like a peacekeeper, or he's going with messages of negotiation. He's negotiating peace. Your heart wants to be at peace with someone in your family line. It feels like blood family to me, but it may be someone who was like family. And a lot of tensions that you have in relationships are from this core relationship that hindered some of your emotional development, feelings of self-worth. All in all, be aware also of where you get triggered by people and understand that it's not necessarily those people. It's the fact that it's actually a loving act of the universe to be triggered by those people, because the universe wants you to see that there is something unhealed. Yeah. Okay, I'm pulling your final oracles, and I'm going to read directly from the guidebook for them. So first we have soul loss. And share your voice. Come out of the cave, persecution, expression. So, okay, card 29. Soul loss represents powerlessness and a loss of identity. Traumatic events shake us to our core so much that the soul is disconnected from the body and lost in the confusion as we try to make sense of the chaos. It's natural to lose a connection to the truest parts of yourself after trauma. Major events are not the only incidents that can trigger trauma. Small traumas can accumulate to cause the soul to suddenly and unexpectedly sever its tether to the body. To regain your soul, look at the last time you felt unconditional joy and existed without outside influence. Seek your inner child, that part of your being that still remembers how to laugh and how to approach the world with curious wonder. Connect to Mother Earth and the simple pleasures of sun on your face and grass between your toes. Allow yourself to feel inspired and to see the beauty in new adventures and experiences. Notice what feels good or comes naturally to you. Play without any expectations to remind your soul what joy feels like. Replace suffering with the process of getting to know yourself again. So, a lot of sentences that wrap up, summarize what was already said throughout the reading. I will let that resonate with you as it may, and I will read Share Your Voice. You are being called to share your voice, perhaps by speaking up in a relationship or through writing, speaking, singing, or some other form of creative expression. We each hold a truth deep within us that longs to be expressed. Sculpted for lifetimes, the voice of your soul is like no other. It carries with it wisdom that can only be gained through soul history and growth. By remembering, tapping into, and expressing this unique tone, we not only heal ourselves, we also heal the planet at large. When you share your voice, you unlock something in the universe and call a missing piece of you home. Your individual voice is the most powerful sound current on the planet. If you have kept your soul's voice silenced or held back, chanting or singing could be truly life-changing for you. As we shed the layers of our personality and start letting our unique soul speak through us, we discover that we actually have a very clear message that longs to be shared. The more we speak it, the clearer it becomes. There has never been a better time in history than right now to rise up, speak your truth, and share your soul's voice. If you feel fearful, know that you are not alone, and that the world needs your unique tone in order to harmonize. As we each rise up and share our song, we make it easier for the next person to do the same. All right, Capricorn, North Node. That is your reading. Woo! I hope that something resonated with you from this, and do feel free to come back anytime over the next 3 months to revisit some of the messages. I am time-stamping everything, and other than that, I have Ascension Messages, which is more a podcast format where I have conversations with our different galactic relatives. I wish you all the best, and we'll see you next time. Take care, be well, and stay blessed. Bye for now.